to a special Right Proper Brewing Excursion episode of
Brutal Battle.
Yes, so we went to Right Proper Brewing, which is in DC, and actually they're not like in the thick of DC. I kind of like the fact that they're kind of like
they're literally in like a neighborhood.
Yeah. They're kind of like at the end of a neighborhood. Like literally the road ends where they are in essence. Like there's like one grouping of townhouses right after them, and then the roads just comes to an end. So pretty interesting. But I think they have 2 locations.
They do have 2 locations.
So we went to, I forget what
I think the Brookline.
Brookline, yeah, that sounds right. So, yeah, so they have two locations. And I liked, like from an aesthetic standpoint and what was going on there, I liked this location. So maybe at some point we'll hit up the other location. But I'm assuming the beers are the same. They were brewing there.
Yeah,
so,
they were.
I mean, literally the brewery was going on.
They were busy.
So, do you want to talk about it just a little bit and then do the beer and then talk more?
I was going to say, like, we saw a brewery cat.
I know. Well, I was going to wait. I was going to wait a little bit because that's like the big moment of our trip.
I know it was. It was just so exciting. We just love when we see brewery cats. Like, we weren't sure. I wasn't sure if it was just a cat that had wandered in or if it, like, was supposed to be there.
Well, because we went in and we were trying to decide what we wanted. Because there really wasn't anyone there. Because, you know, as we've said, we like to get there kind of like when they first open. Also, this was on a Friday. So, so not a lot of people. There was literally one table outside of 3 people. And that was it. So we went in and we were trying to decide what we wanted. And then Rebecca turned around and she was just like, there's a cat. Literally, like, because they had their front door just like propped open because it was a nice day. And there was just a cat sitting in the doorway cleaning itself.
Yeah.
And then she was like, is this a brewery cat or did this cat just wander in? And the bartender was like, oh, that's our cat. That's Prima, which is a great name. Really cute cat. And it was just fun to watch Prima kind of walk around. Yeah, walk around, check things out around the brewery, assuming she was looking for mice. Because that's what brewery cats are for, to take care of the mice issues. Or make sure there aren't mice issues.
Cat in place.
Yeah, so cool venue. It's very like kind of like funky, you know, hipstery vibe to it.
It's like a small bar and maybe 3 tables inside.
Yeah, super small inside, more outside. How many tables do you think are outside? Like 6 maybe? Like 6 up top, but then they had some other seating.
Down on the street.
On the street, and that looked like maybe 4 down there or something.
It looked like that was COVID times.
But it's still lit.
It's still there. I feel like people have probably expanded their outside seating because of COVID and just kept it because it's...
Which, let's be honest, that's great for them because then they can just get more customers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that works out. But I'm going to say the cat was a highlight, but there was another highlight that's just weird. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah. Rebecca's like miming.
I'm miming what it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Carlin, we decide what we're going to get. Carlin's waiting we get 2 flights. Carlin's waiting for the flights to be poured. And I'm like, I'm going to hit the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I come back out and I'm like, there's like a legit full-size piano in the bathroom.
not like full-sized.
Yeah,
like, because a full-size piano is one of those like really long ones.
No, that's a grand.
Yeah, it's not a grand piano.
It's just this upright.
Yeah, upright. There you go. That's right. Yeah, but they had a very important piece of paper in there, though, referencing the piano.
Right. It says, please wash your hands before playing.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. So I guess people play this piano in the bathroom. Like,
yeah, I would be interested to see how this shakes out.
Are you going to the bathroom because you're pooping or you're playing the piano?
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't close enough. That would be nice if it was like close enough that people could like take a dump and like cover up the sound of it by playing the piano. Because I will say that toilet is right next to the window, which there is a table right outside that window of people. So if there's any noise coming from that bathroom, the people sitting right there are going to hear it.
Yeah.
100%. So it's not very like, private. Yeah. So maybe the piano's necessary for that reason. Maybe just bring a buddy if you go in. one plays the piano, the other one does their business, and then you switch.
Switch.
But that assumes you know someone who knows how to play the piano, or you do.
You need two someones.
That's true.
If you're going to switch.
Start learning.
Yeah.
If we're going back, we better start learning. Okay, so let's get into the beer that we got. We only did one beer for this one because you had to get 6-packs.
Yeah.
Literally, and they're doing 12-ounce cans. I did not see any 16-ounce cans. They did have some bottles, like it looked like 750 milliliter bottles, maybe some 375s. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but 12-ounce cans, which honestly nowadays it's pretty welcome to see that. I like seeing 12-ounce as opposed to 16 because then that just means that you can, have a little bit less if you want. So, anyway, what we went with was one of the beers we tried while we were there, which is Raised by Wolves. It is a dry hopped pale ale, and it is 5%.
Yeah.
That's another thing where you're like, it's 5%, it's tasty, we're into it.
Yeah.
So. And this was one of our favorites while we were there.
They did have they had cases of beer, and they had a mixed case.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was like a 12-pack, and it was 4 of 3 different beers, I think. They even had mixed 6-pack. That was 2 of 3 different beers as well. Yeah, they did. At least they had that on their on their website. You could order through and do pickup.
Oh, okay.
They had that mixed 6-pack option.
I didn't see it in the cooler,
but it was a pre-made mixed 6-pack. I don't know if they throw it together if they get an order for it or what. But yeah.
Okay, it's clear. It's yellow orange.
Yeah, very nice clear beer, orangey, very orangey. Some larger bubbles hanging out on top.
So fragrant.
Yeah.
I'm getting mango and pineapple.
Dehydrated orange as well.
Yep,
it's
definitely.
very it's sweet, but it's also got a decent bitterness to it. It's kind of taking me back to old school pale ales, IPAs, stuff like that. It smells good. Nice malty backbone to it as well. But it just smells like beautiful, rich, just lupulin.
Yeah.
It's just that syrupy kind of.
Yeah. Yes, it does. It does smell a little syrupy.
And I think part of that's coming from that sweetness aspect to it, because there is a little bit of a honey that's also turning into a marmalade because of the orange that's in there as well. There's a lot going on in the nose. It smells beautiful.
Yeah,
it smells
really good.
Beautiful pale ale. All right, so let's go in and try it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tastes as good as I remember. It's
pretty
another one
easy.
of those. Well, it's 5%, so I would hope it would be easy. It's another one of those beers that tastes how it smells. You're getting all those flavor profiles. I'm getting the dehydrated orange. I'm getting the pineapple. I'm getting the mango. Getting some sweetness. I'm getting the malt. I'm getting the bitterness.
I agree, but I would say I'm getting less sweetness on the flavor than I was getting in the nose.
Okay, I would agree with
Which
that.
is totally fine because, like I was saying, that smell of the sweetness was making it seem like it would be kind of syrupy, and it's not syrupy. It's much thinner than that. If anything, I would say I would like it to be a little thicker because it is a bit thin, but there's more bitterness on the taste than there was in the mouth and the nose. And
there's a decent bitterness.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I'm into it. Nice, easy drinking, but flavorful. And everything Rebecca said, I co-sign. I agree. All the flavors she said she was getting, I'm with you.
Good. So
it's a good beer.
What did we have while we were there?
Yeah, what did we have? Obviously, we had this Raised by Wolves.
Yep.
And we liked it so much, we got some to go.
And we did, like I already mentioned, we did 2 flights. And their flights are 4 beers.
4 each. And there was a problem with their flights that we wanted to bring up. That I really think they should change, and they could do it pretty easily. If you wanted to go ahead.
At first I thought it was a joke. Because she handed us the flights on literally it was a beautiful wooden board, and the glasses were just sitting on top. So you just had to carry this wooden board with your glasses. And the way she spread them out, it was a cool arrangement, but I ended up putting them closer to the middle.
Yeah.
To help me carry, because we sat outside, so it was like navigating these outside and then across the gravel was a little haphazard.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was really tough, because the other thing is I have something called a central tremor, so like my hands normally just shake, like it's a neurological disorder, and my hands just normally kind of shake. Not crazy amount, but enough that it worries me with something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, so he took one, I took the other, and it was
dicey.
It was dicey.
But we were okay in the end. So the first other beer we had was Diamond's Fur Coat Champagne, and that was a Berliner Weiss that they did with Meyer lemon zest, elderflowers, and then they dry hopped it with Nelson Sauvin. We were not really into it.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was, I mean, it was pretty one note flavor wise. I wasn't really coming up with much of that kind of dry hopped aspect to it, and I would have liked to have more Meyer lemon zest, because I think that could have added a lot more character to it. But weren't a big fan of that one. Then we had their Deadass Pilsner, which is a German-style Pilsner, which was good.
That was very good.
That was a nice, clean, tasty, refreshing Pilsner. Like that one. Then we had their Terra Firma, which was a pale lager. And that was done with Mount Hood and Wakatu hops. And we were like, it was okay. It was okay-ish. That one was okay. Then we had their Haxon. This was one of my favorites. This was quite nice. This was a porter, like a good old-school, robust porter. Tasted really good, like rich kind of thickness to it, kind of creamy. That was a really good one. They did not have that to go. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with that.
Yeah. That was our favorite.
Like, how often are you seeing breweries do, like, straight-up porters? It was really good. I really liked that one, Haxon. Then we had their Love Games, which was a fruited goza, and it was fruited with ginger and blueberry. This one was terrible. That tasted really bad.
Yeah, we didn't like it at all. It was really vinegary.
Yeah, it was very vinegary. I kind of got like a nail polish remover thing from it.
Yeah.
That was bad. Then we had their Fovial Vision, which was a foeder-aged farmhouse ale with fruit. Also, nail polish remover flavor to it. Not good either. That one was bad. And then we had their Ornette, which actually that one was good. The Ornette was pretty good. And another style that you don't see a whole lot, Grisette. A very nice, light Grisette that tasted pretty good. So to sum it up, we did not like their sours at all. Their sours for us, bad. Not good. A lot of off flavors. Not well executed.
The other stuff was really good.
Yeah, so if you go to them, like from our experience, what we prefer, go with their clean beers, as they call them. That's, non like wild fermentation and non-sour. Go with their clean beers. The clean beers are good. Their sour beers, there's something wrong there. They've got something wrong with their sour beer program, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, so I think that was kind of it. Oh, our beer tender, I didn't catch her name, but she was really knowledgeable and really, really helpful. So I wish...
And she was even nice when Carlin was playing on her iPad.
Oh, yeah, I was messing around with her iPad. Well, because it was turned around facing, like, outward, so I thought I could, like, go on it and, like, look at what beers were available. Like, that's what I thought the purpose of it was, because why else would it be facing outward? And not towards the bartender.
But next thing you know, he's like ringing in beers. And I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to be on this.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to do it. But she was nice about it.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to point out, because we talk about this, she was really knowledgeable. Yes. And that's one of the big things. Like, make sure your beer tenders know what they're talking about. She was super knowledgeable, super helpful, super nice. That's what you want in a beer tender. So, awesome. I just wish... I think we did get her name. I don't remember. Didn't write it down and forgot it. So, apologies. But, yeah, I mean, Right Proper was good. There are enough good beers there that I would say check it out. It's funky. It's relaxing. And like I said, for, like, being in D.C., it's in a very, like, chill D.C. area.
It's all street parking.
Yeah, all street parking. That does suck. Like, you're potentially going to have a hard time finding parking. But we got lucky. So, I guess we just say go early.
Yeah.
Go as early as you can and try and get parking, like, right there. So, Just saying. But, yeah, this was fun. Doing some more Excursion episodes as we keep hitting up breweries in Maryland, D.C., maybe some more in Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia at some point, maybe.
Yeah, we haven't ventured down to Virginia yet.
We haven't done the Virginia yet. We should. But yeah, we'll get there. BrutalBattle.com. If you want to go there, you will find all the pictures of beers for the episodes, so you can get back episodes. Also, archive.org. If you just search Brutal Battle, you can get every episode there. Rate us and review us on whatever podcatcher you use, please. That would help a lot. iTunes helps the most. Word of mouth, tell people about us. We're on Untapped. I'm Carlton Malibu, all one word, spelled as it sounds. You are
Ruby Reb 62.
And then Instagram,
Brutal Battle Podcast.
And the last thing, if you want to email us, brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. If you just want to say hi or give us an idea for episodes or beers you want us to try or whatever, you can hit us up. But regardless, thank you everyone for checking this episode out. And until next time,
keep it brutal.